Hello, everyone. Hi, this is Neshi Lokotz. Welcome to Star Nation's organization's main fan page, where I do about 99% of my live streams. And tonight is Tuesday, September 24th, and this is Communications from Home. And tonight's show is all about the Unity Breath guided meditation. The guided meditation is all about our love for Grandmother Earth and Grandfather Sky. And raising our vibration, our frequency to the frequency of love. And so if you're interested in that, if you just love the feeling of love, then you're in the right place. And so we are, I just want to turn this on so that everybody knows where we're coming from. It's been a while since I've been in the studio. I'm so happy to be back. Did you see George go across? Paul's going to be following him pretty soon, I'm sure. They're outside. But I am so happy to be back. I've been on vacation. I was in Colorado in the Rocky Mountains with one of my sisters and good friend, Minnie Kansman, through her business, Nature Travel Adventures. That's it, Nature Travel Adventures. And we were there doing forest bathing. And let me tell you, that's a great way to recharge your batteries and to get out there in nature. Yeah, it was fun, but I'm so glad to be back. I missed you guys. I did. I know I did a couple of live streams while we were out there, but it's not anything like we're usually doing right together. So before we get too far down the road, what I'd like to do is to send the show over to my news feed. And I'm also going to send it over to one of our closed groups too. So first of all, to my newsfeed. My friends, it's been a week, so maybe they forgot that I'm live streaming on Tuesday night. So I'd like to remind them and asking them to join us. And I'm a little bit slower at this than I used to be. Okay. And the peeps, that's what I call you guys, my peeps, right? What we're going to do is we're going to send it over to one of our closed groups. It's Star Nation's live stream shows closed group. And that's where a majority of our most active community members kind of hang out. And so what I'd like to do is to remind them that I'm live streaming. Gotta find them. There they are. I'm just gonna say hi, peeps. Spelling is good. I'm gonna have to spell correctly if I want the words to come up. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask them to come out and play. In the live chat. There we go. And there. Yay. I got to turn down the sound on my phone so it doesn't get all squelchy. There we go. So I hope you guys are doing well. It's been a long time. Let's see who's in the chat right now. Rochelle's here. Yay, Rochelle, that you grounded this morning. I'm so glad, Rochelle, that you remembered to do that. It's really becoming a habit, isn't it? It's kind of like part of your lifestyle now, right? And that she shared. Thank you so much, Rochelle. I appreciate that. Yeah, grounding. Let me tell you. Grounding out in the Rocky Mountains, it's got a different feel to it, that's for sure. All the really big energy of the mountains, and to be able to do our grounding there was really awesome. I don't know if you guys have ever been out in the mountains, whether it's the Rocky Mountains or the Appalachian or the Adirondack or Olympian out in the Northwest. But you know what? It is really, really good to be able to connect with that mountain spirit, that's for sure. So tonight's show is all about the Unity Breath meditation. It's a guided meditation that I learned, back in 2002. And one of my teachers, Drenville Melchizedek, he's the one who brought this particular guided meditation to his students and those who studied with him, right? And it's all about raising our vibration to the vibration of love. And one of the things that he found out in his study and his research is that all across Grandmother Earth, indigenous people all over the globe recognized that there was a certain feeling that brought them closer to their original vibration. Those are our languages, our words for it. But it brought them closer to their spiritual life, and this particular vibration is created by our connection to Grandmother Earth and Grandfather Sky. And when Drenvelo brought it back to the United States, he really found that there weren't a whole lot of people who were really consciously connecting with the earth and with the sky, and creating this particular vibration. He went and studied with the Kogimamos, which are indigenous people from the mountain region in Venezuela and Chile and through the South America, right? And so the way they do this particular meditation, and they would send their holy people, their medicine people, up to be in a cave for 9 days and 9 nights, right? And Drenvelo, when he heard that, he knew that industrial humans like us, we're never going to be able to do something like that. And so he asked their help to find out how he could best help us create the same vibration in a different way. And so this is what they came up with, is this meditation. Now, the Kogimamos, when they're up in the cave for 9 days and 9 nights, what they're doing is all in the dark, and they're without food and water. And they're doing, they say that they're dancing, right? And it's really more like a swaying, almost like a trance dance. Yeah, and they say that when the holy person comes out of the cave, that they are truly human. In other words, that they're living their life from their heart, right? And so this meditation really does help us bring us to that as well, is remembering what it's like to live our lives from our hearts, to be in our hearts, and just to live our everyday life in that way. Okay, but there's a couple of things that I want to share with you before we get started that will make the meditation a little bit more clear. Okay, and one of the things that I would like to share with you is something called the crystalline tube, or it's also known as the pranic tube. And that pranic tube runs through the center of us, from our crown chakra down, all the way down through our bodies, down through our root chakra, and down to the earth. Okay, and that crystalline or pranic tube brings in universal energy, and down through the top and up through the bottom of your crystalline tube, and it circulates around through you and around you. Now, the universal energy is already at the frequency of love. And so when we consciously bring that energy through us, because it's flowing through us anyway, okay, but we have to turn our attention to it, right? And to recognize what it feels like to have love flowing through us and around us all the time. It's a gentle flow, 365 days a year, and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And so it's always around us, but it's turning our attention to it that makes the big difference. Yeah. And how big is this tube? Well, it used to be the circumference of your wrist, the size of your wrist. But we live in a little bit different energy field than when Drenvelo first received this meditation. And we do know that the crystalline tube is much wider than that now, almost twice the size. For some people, 3 or 4 times the size. And so it really is, for some people, it's actually almost as wide as their neck. And so that's running through us, okay? And it runs through our heart chakra, but it also runs through our physical heart, okay? All right. I want to show you what that looks like. Grandmother Earth, let's see if I can get this one up. Let's see. And take that one down. There we go. So Grandmother Earth actually has this as well. It's that darker line that's going through the center of the Earth. That's her crystalline tube. Yeah. And so universal energy also runs through her, and our bodies replicate her, right? And so she also has a auric field. You can kind of see that around her, right? And that lighter blue energy field that you see is actually the universal energy flowing through her and around her. And so it's creating what's called a toric field. It kind of looks like a donut if you were looking down through the top of it. Yeah. And so that is her energetic field. Okay. And I'll show you the one for the humans, for us two-leggeds. This is actually a pretty good picture of it. And you see that white line coming down from the top, showing you the universal energy coming down through the crown chakra, flowing down through the human, down through their Kundalini chakra system. But we also have that energy flowing up through our feet, up through our root chakra, and all the way through our crown chakra. So it does create this toric field. Okay, that's your crystalline tube. Everybody has one. Everybody has one. And here's one more thing I'd like to show you. That's that toric field that I was talking about. Now, there's two of them, actually. There's a bigger one on the outside and a smaller one on the inside. And that smaller one on the inside is being created by the tiny space of the heart. And that is a sacred space. They say that is the holiest place on earth, and we all have one, right? And the bigger field is the field that's created by the universal energy running through our crystalline tube. Okay, so that's what it looks like for all of us. Yeah. All right, and I've got one more thing to share with you. Except I've got two. It's just going to take a second. I just need to pull up the picture again. I had to take it out to make room. All right, so there's one other thing that we're going to be talking about tonight. Along the way in this meditation, I'm going to be asking you to bring to you images to your mind, okay? And images of Grandmother Earth and Grandfather Sky. And in Grandmother Earth, it can be anything. It can be a landscape. It can be a park, like Rocky Mountain National Park, right? Some of those landscapes and vistas from there. Someplace that you just really, really love, okay? And it's so beautiful there, right? And it's special just to you. Or you can bring to you a pet or even a child. The most important thing is to feel how much you love them. That's the key. That's the key, is how much you love them. Okay. And we're also going to be bringing images of Grandfather Sky to us too. Yeah, like the stars and the sun, the moon. If you love the planets, any of the pictures that you've ever seen of any of the planets you can bring to you. And there again, the most important thing is to feel the feelings that you have for them, that love that you have for Grandfather Sky. So it's anything in the sky. It could be big, puffy, big, puffy clouds. Yeah, I gotta slow down, enunciate those words. Big, puffy clouds, rainbows, right? Thunder, anything that is in the sky. Yeah. And then there's one more image that I'll be asking you to bring to you, and that is a sunrise or a sunset. Either one is good, whichever one that you just really, really love. So beautiful, right? And this is the time of day, we get it twice a day, that Grandmother Earth and Grandfather Sky show us how much they love each other, right? And that is that sunrise or that sunset. So if you can bring one of those images to you, that's really good. It's really good because it creates this remembrance of how much the earth and the sky are connected, right? And they're actually connected through us. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Now, that's a lot of preparation for a guided meditation, but I wanted to share it with you so it would make your meditation more complete and more understandable about where we're going with this, right? Yeah. So in this meditation, I'll be guiding you. So you really only have to be able to hear my voice. So if you're sitting in a chair, to have both feet flat on the floor, okay? That means that you might have to put some pillows behind you, okay? Yeah. So you want your legs and your arms uncrossed. You want to be an open circuit. If you're sitting on the floor, that's good. You can sit just like a little kid. You know how they sit with their legs straight out, right? You can sit like that. If you want to cross your legs when you're seated on the floor, if you can maybe kind of stack them, you don't want them crossed, okay? All right. You can lay down on the floor if you want, or lie down, that's fine. As long as you can hear my voice, that's all you really need. I'm not going to be showing any more pictures or anything like that, so you won't miss a thing, all right? No pictures. I already showed you everyone I was going to use tonight. Okay, so let me think if I got everything before we get started. I'm going to take a drink of water. This is one of my favorite meditations. I've been doing this meditation since 2002. And it really does make you feel good. It really does. All right, so getting comfortable, okay? Some people like to take their watch off, their rings off, their glasses off. Anything that makes you feel comfortable is good. All right. So as we get started, one of the things I'm going to be asking you to do at the very beginning here, and that is to take a big deep breath in, right? Not quite yet though, all right? What I'd like you to do when you take your breath in is to really fill up your lungs from the bottom to the top. In other words, you're going to feel your abdomen, your stomach kind of extend a bit, okay? Most of us breathe really high up in our chest cavity. But what we want to do is to really fill up our entire lungs. And when we do that, that usually means that our stomach is a little bit extended when we fill up our lungs, okay? All right. You don't have to suck your stomach in on this one. Okay, so when we fill up our lungs, and as we exhale, at one time I'm going to be asking you to see or imagine a white mist coming from your mouth. And what that is imagining all those thought forms that go running around in your head, right? We're just going to breathe them out. Doesn't mean that you're going to get rid of them completely, because, there could be some things in there that you really need. And so after the meditation, they'll come back. Don't worry. They'll come back, okay? Okay, so we're going to get started. So getting comfortable, okay? Feet flat on the floor. And you're going to take your very first really deep breath in, okay? Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Good. All right. Just breathing easy and naturally. Okay. We're going to take another big deep breath in, okay? Really filling up your lungs from the bottom to the top. And at the top of this one, just hold it just for a moment and then exhale through your mouth, okay? So big deep breath in. Holding it just for a second and then exhaling. Good. It's very good. All right. We're going to do another big deep breath in. filling up your lungs, holding it at the very top just for a second, and on the exhale, imagining a white mist coming from your mouth. There we go. Good. This just helps you to get more oxygen in, right? And helps you to relax. So here we go. We're going to do that one more time. Big, deep breath in, really filling up your lungs. And at the very top, holding it just for a second. And on the exhale, imagine seeing a white mist coming from your mouth. Okay, that's good. Just breathing easy and naturally now. Easy and naturally. And now just imagine turning your attention to your pranic tube. Okay? It runs from your crown chakra all the way through you, down through your root chakra and into the earth. Okay? Just turning your attention to it, just noticing it. The tip of the top of the pranic tube is about a hand's length above your head and about a hand's length below your feet. Okay? Just turning your attention to it. There's nothing to do but to notice it. Maybe even just closing your eyes, just to sense its presence, feeling it, in your mind's eye, seeing it, and just noticing the flow of that universal energy coming down through the top and up through the bottom. It's a gentle flow. And just noticing what it feels like when it meets in your heart chakra and in your physical heart. And just noticing it. It's good. That is your pranic tube. And we can take that just one more step further, and that is to realize that everyone and everything is breathing the same universal energy as you. Bringing it in. Everyone. And in Native America, we call that all our relatives, all our relation are breathing the same universal energy. And that universal energy is at the frequency of love. It's good. Just taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. Okay. And on the exhale, just letting go of that imagery of your crystalline tube. There. Okay. Now, what I'd like to do is just to help you to relax just a little bit, okay? We're at the end of a work day, and sometimes, our muscles are kind of tight, okay? So what I'd like to do is just to help you to relax just a bit. So what I'd like you to do is to turn your attention to your feet and just to notice them, right? Just notice how they feel. And then noticing your legs. Noticing your calves, how your knees feel. Noticing your upper legs, your thighs. Noticing your hips. Just turning your attention to how your legs feel. Okay. And taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And on the exhale, just noticing how your feet are relaxing. Your calves are relaxing. Your knees and your upper legs relaxing. And your hips are relaxing. Now turning your attention to your stomach muscles. Noticing how they feel. You're at your diaphragm. Notice how your muscles across your chest feel. Good. Just noticing. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And on the exhale, you can feel your stomach muscles and your diaphragm and your chest muscles relaxing. Relaxing. It's good. And now notice your low back. Just noticing how it feels. Noticing your mid back. And your shoulder blades. And the tops of your shoulders. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can feel your back beginning to relax. Can feel your back relaxing, smoothing out, letting go. Good. And now just noticing your fingers. And your hands. Noticing your forearms and your elbows. Noticing your upper arms and your shoulder joints. Noticing how they feel. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can feel your hands and your arms relaxing. Relaxing. And now notice your neck muscles. Notice how they feel. Noticing your jaw. And the muscles around your eyes. Noticing your forehead. And your ears. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can feel your body relaxing. Relaxing. With every breath that you take, and with every sound that you hear, you just become more and more relaxed. More and more relaxed. In your imagination, imagine being surrounded by a white light. Notice what it feels like to be bathed in the protection of the Creator. It's good. And in your imagination, imagine noticing, feeling, sensing your crystalline tube, your pranic tube that's running through the center of you. As you take in universal energy down through the top and up through the bottom of your crystalline tube. Breathing in universal energy at the frequency of love. Good. In your imagination, imagine bringing to you images of Grandmother Earth that you just love. A place in nature that you've been to many times. It's so beautiful there. Your special place. Noticing what it's like there. Noticing the colors of the grass or the ground. Noticing the trees Perhaps you're at a lake or on the river and noticing the color of the water, the sound of it. Notice the aroma of Grandmother Earth, the loaminess of the soil, the scent of pine or flowers. Just notice how beautiful this place is of Grandmother Earth, how much you love this space. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in, and on the exhale, bringing to you a beloved pet or a child, perhaps your own child, a grandchild, a niece or a nephew, a being that you just love. Remembering what it's like to have them in your lap, or perhaps a pet, feeling their fur as you pet or hug them. Just noticing how much you love this being. Notice in your physical body where you feel or sense the love that you have for Grandmother Earth. And just notice that feeling of love. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, gather to you all of the love that you have for Grandmother Earth. Gathering it to you to place it into a beautiful crystal. Your love for Grandmother Earth. And with your intention, sending your gift of love down to her heart, her core, your gift of love. And telling her that you love her. Mother Earth, I love you. Grandmother Earth, I love you. Mother Earth, I love you. Sensing, feeling, seeing. Grandmother Earth's love for you coming to you, surrounding you and filling you up with her love. And notice where you sense or feel her love when she's with you, loving you. as she loves you without condition, that unconditional love that she has for you. That's good. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, turning your attention to a night sky. And bringing to you all of the images that you just love about Grandfather Sky. Seeing the stars, perhaps the Milky Way, or Venus, the brightest star in the sky. The full moon, perhaps it's big, fluffy white clouds floating through a blue sky. It's the sun warming you. Or a rainbow reaching across the sky. Noticing how much you love Grandfather Sky. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And on the exhale, gathering all of that love that you have for Grandfather Sky. And placing your love for Grandfather Sky in a beautiful crystal. And with your intention, sending your gift of love up to the sun. Saying to yourself, Grandfather Sky, I love you. Father Sky, I love you. Grandfather, I love you. Sensing, feeling, seeing Grandfather Sky's love for you coming to you, surrounding you, and filling you up. Noticing where in your physical body that you sense Grandfather Sky's love for you. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, bringing to you an image of either a sunrise or a sunset. That special time of day that's just so beautiful. the gift that Grandfather Sky and Grandmother Earth give to us as they show us how much they love each other, how much Grandmother Earth loves Grandfather Sky. As the sun touches the horizon, and how Grandfather Sky loves Grandmother Earth, and the colors and the changes as the sun begins to sink below the horizon or rises above the horizon. In that moment, there's a quietness as their love is shown to us. Notice how beautiful it is. That sensation that we feel as we gaze at a sunrise or a sunset. The Divine Mother, the Divine Father, and you, the Divine Child, creating the Holy Trinity right here on earth. And just notice what it feels like to have this love between us, Grandmother Earth, Grandfather Sky, and you. The Holy Trinity. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, coming back to the time we call now, back to our live stream show, back to your living room, wherever you're listening to this live stream. Coming back, you can wiggle your toes and fingers, you can stretch. And when it feels complete for you, you can open your eyes. And if you could let me know in the comment section that you're back, you can just write, I'm back, or, hashtag returned, something like that, just so that I know that you've come back from the meditation and you're doing good. Just checking in on you. That would be nice. Raising your vibration to love. If you noticed, most guided meditations, what they do is they lead you to a certain place, and then they'll lead you back to your original starting point, right? And that's when they bring you back into your body. With this particular guided meditation, we leave you with Grandfather Sky and Grandmother Earth in that Holy Trinity, so that you can take that feeling with you wherever you go for as long as you can, right? Usually what happens is it begins to dissipate after some time, and just notice when that begins to happen. Because the more often you do this meditation, the more often you are in that vibration of love and you're remembering how to hold it for longer periods of time. Eventually what happens is that you spend most of your day and most of your night in that vibration of love and literally living your life from that point, right? And we say that that's, like right here in your high heart. Yeah. So just let me know. Oh, good. Lisa says, welcome back. Hi, Lisa. It's good to be back. Hey, Patty's here too. We're going to put that up. Hi, Lisa. And Patty. Hey, Patty, her radio's here, turning in like, I'm so glad you're here, Patty. I miss you. Patty and I were on that trip together. We were part of that group. And I know, waking up that first morning and not hearing rain making coffee or, the creaky floorboards above me. Yeah, I missed you guys. Yeah. So, hey, Teresa's here too. Hey, Teresa. Oh my gosh, Jen's here too. Hello, Jen. It's good to see you in the chat. It's so good to be back with you guys. Yeah, the meditation, the Unity Breath meditation, is one of my favorite meditations to do. It reminds me of how much I am loved by Grandmother Earth and Grandfather Sky, and makes me happy. Makes me happy, feeling in that feeling of love, right? And to remind me that in our pranic tube, we are breathing in love through that tube all day long, and that it is the exact same universal energy that we're all breathing together, right? Yeah. So we have that feeling of connectedness. Yeah. Yeah, Rochelle says, wow, love the way I feel right now. Oh, good. Good for you, Rochelle. Jen says, you had a nice vacation. I did. I really needed to recharge those batteries, Actually, the last time I actually had a vacation where I wasn't working, okay? I've taken a lot of working vacations. But the last one was probably about 8 years ago, where it was just a plain old vacation. And so, and I know that I was in Michigan in May, but I was teaching a drum making class that weekend. And so it wasn't really a vacation. I got to see a lot of people that I hadn't seen in a long time, which was good. It was great, but I was still working, right? But this one in the Colorado Rocky Mountains, it was to recharge those batteries out there in nature. And Patty's saying, yep, missed you too. I know. And I know that we took a lot of pictures, didn't we? We flooded on Facebook, our friends, with all those pictures, and they're so beautiful. And I have to tell you that when we bring those images to us about Grandmother Earth or Grandfather Sky, they can be anywhere that you've ever been that you just took your breath away. Right. And I have to tell you that some of those places that I use now for this meditation for myself is coming from Rocky Mountains. Yeah. That whether it's Moraine Park or Dream Lake, those places. Yeah. I'm using those now too, to create that loving feeling, right? Because those places of Mother Earth, oh my gosh, beautiful, beautiful. I gotta check the time. I don't want to go over on time. I wanted to let you know a couple of things. Is that I'm so happy to be back. And hey, listen, tomorrow is at 2 p.m. Central, 3 Eastern. We'll be doing the spiritual roundtable, and we'll be doing a card draw. Now, before I left for vacation, I prepped everybody for this, right? Is that there's going to be a change up in the day and the times for the spiritual roundtable. So Wednesdays, we're going to do the card draw like we would normally do, right? And we'll have a good conversation about it. But what I'm doing is I'm only dropping down to 2 days, okay? The other day is Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 Central. But I'm going to be live streaming from the Star Nations live stream show closed group, okay? And the reason why is because I'm not going to be pulling cards necessarily, but we are going to be talking and sharing about our dreams, the dream interpretation. Now, I haven't done that as a show or anything like this before. I help people in understanding their dreams all the time, but this is going to be the first time. And I decided to do it in the closed group because that's a more intimate group, right? It's not open to the public, although anybody who wants to join that particular closed group, all you have to do is make the request and we'll make that happen, right? But it's a little bit something special just for our community in that group, right? So please join me there at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're going to interpret our dreams and share that. Now, I think it's going to be pretty good. personally. I do. Jen says, I love the pictures, beautiful energy. I know that. Let me tell you, Jen, that spirit of mountains, I mean, they're big to begin with, right? But it is huge. And she's also saying, I would love that. I know, dream interpretation. Yes. Yes, me too, Lisa, me too. So we will be doing the card draw because I still enjoy that. I enjoy that quite a bit, actually. But we'll be doing that on Wednesday afternoons, and the dream interpretation for Spiritual Roundtable on Sunday afternoons in the closed group. Okay. Now I do have promotions out there for it. I should get those posted tomorrow morning. I have them done. I was working on those today. And so we're going to get that done. Okay. And the other thing is that Star Nations magazine, the October issue, is in the hopper. We're working on it. This is the first time, though, that I haven't devoted every waking moment to the development and the creation of the magazine because I was on vacation, right? So when I got back, I had all of the stuff in my inbox from both the layout artists and also the contributing writers. So I'm working on that tonight and tomorrow. And so yay, the October issue. I think you guys are going to love it. There's a lot of good articles that are going to be coming through in that one, and I'm excited for you guys to be able to see it. There's a couple other things. Just as a reminder, Polly Jola Bay is going to be here at Star Nations Academy here in Toma, in this room that I am producing from tonight. Her class, Awakening to Your True Potential. It's an empowerment weekend. It's pretty significant. Let me tell you, the people who've taken that workshop from her has said that it's life-changing. And so we have a few more slots open if you'd like to join us. Let's see, I'm going to put that link in the comment section for you. Because, one of the things that she does in there is we do a healing day, and it's pretty intense. I'll put it that way. And so this is for the Star Nations Academy classes. Got a spell. And then in November is a class that I've taught before. I've renamed it. It's called the Journey to Remembering. It really is about again the heart and remembering how to be in your heart, how to get into your sacred space and the tiny space of your heart, and how we can live our life from that place. And with that class also is another a healing day where we use sacred sound to heal and release whatever is no longer supporting us, right? And we're going to be working with the angels and sacred sound. And so I hope you can join us for that class too. I used to teach this class back in, I think it was 2012, 2013, and 2014. It was a well-attended class, and this first one, because I haven't taught it in a long time, we are offering it at a lower registration fee than I would have normally charged. So I'm hoping you guys can be able to join me for that. In November, it's I think it's November 17th weekend, if I remember right. So anyway, Oh my gosh, that's funny, isn't it? She says, hot my Star Nations. Oh, she got it. She got her Star Nations. All right. I hope you enjoyed it. I know we had those out too. Jen is saying, Jesus showed me two symbols. I haven't really understood the message. Ooh. Well, maybe we can talk a little bit more about that either Wednesday or on Sunday, Jen, if you can join us. Because you know how those conversations go, right? It's just not me. It is all of us together having this spiritual conversation where a lot of good information is shared. Yeah. I love it. I love it. And I'll say it again. You guys, I missed you guys so much. We have a certain energy between us, don't we, for my shows? And especially the ones in the afternoon, we have these conversations where it's a spiritual conversation about spirit, really. And so I'm really looking forward to the Dream Interpretation Show that's going to be held in the Star Nations live stream show closed group. And so if you're not a member of that group, we'll get the link put in the comments after the show. And if you'd like to join us, we can do that. Okay. That's right, Jen. Jen is from Australia. That's right. So yes, Thursday and Monday for you. That's right. Yeah. All right. Well, we're at the top of the hour. I really enjoy our time together. Thank you for being with me this evening for Communications from Home. I'm not sure what we're going to be talking about next week for Communications from Home, but I'm sure it's going to be something fun and something that is insightful for us all. Okay. I'll let you know more about that as I talk to my spiritual team and say, okay, what's up? Maybe we'll talk about some of the things that happened in Colorado that were aha moments for me and for a couple other people too. Okay. Maybe we'll share that. Yeah. So thanks so much, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening and your daytime for Jen. And we will be back here next week for Communications from Home at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 Central, right? Okay. So, Bama Mina, you know what that means, don't you? That's Potawatomi for until we see each other again. Love you guys.